Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. Welcome to No Bullshipping with Hope White on this spectacular Friday. That's right, we're almost at Halloween, so I hope that you're ready for it. I definitely am with the little ones and everything, but welcome. I'm so glad that you tuned in with us today for our guest, Siva Brown of CDK Logistics. I'm really excited to bring this guest up, as I always am with all of my guests, because this guest is one of my mentees. She's been a mentee of mine for just over a year, and she's doing exceptionally well. So I wanted to give her an opportunity to speak to some of her highs and lows that she's been facing since being in supply chain and logistics. So without further delay, let's bring up Siva Brown of CDK Logistics. Hi, Siva.
Hi, Hope. Good morning. Good morning, everyone.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm doing wonderful. So we're going to have a casual girl conversation. So, just don't get too nervous.
I'll try not to.
Look, break a leg.
I know, right?
So tell everyone who Siva Brown is and who is CDK Logistics, where you all are located, and what is it that you all are doing?
Okay. Steva Brown. I am the owner of CDK Logistics, and we are located in Downers Grove, Illinois. We have been in business since 2017. First started off as a local delivery service and wanted to venture off in more in depth into the business.
Yeah.
And what was that? 2021.
Okay.
My sister came across your podcast.
Oh, wow.
Hustle,
Okay.
and she told me, look, I think you should look into this if you want to get into the freight brokerage side of the business.
Yeah.
And signed up for your supply chain 101 class,
Yeah.
and it has been great ever since.
Awesome. So just a recap there. You started off in local delivery or over the road delivery?
Local deliveries,
Local
delivering
delivery.
Ecolab throughout the Chicagoland area.
Okay.
It started in Elk Grove, and then we would just drive around in the Sprinter van.
Okay. So you have some good experience there in local delivery for medical supply. That's what's up.
Yes.
And so you all found me on Trucking Hustle with Ramel Watley.
Yes, we did.
All right, shameless plug here. If you have not registered for Freight Fest, you're going to miss out because I'm going to be there November 3rd through the 6th. Make sure you register. I think we might be sold out.
Yes, and I will be there too.
Okay, come on with it. I'm going to be so excited to see you there. So let's go in a little further. Since, you started CDK Logistics at a pivotal moment, like you came in like right after COVID. How was that for you as a smaller brokerage getting started during that time?
It was very difficult, and it was very hectic because with the rates, the containers, products not being available, and just diving in right there was hard at first. It was hard.
Okay, so getting started at that pivotal moment, and as a minority business, we often face, and I try to highlight some of the challenges that we face as minorities coming into the business, more specifically minority women getting started. You came in during COVID. Was there any type of specialty or area that helped you get started fairly quickly as far as getting business?
I would say from our logistically speaking class, you teaching us about intermodal, because I had the mindset of just doing truckload, just drive in.
Yeah.
So when you broaden that, I was like, okay, maybe I could try the intermodal. And so I started, emailing different companies, seeing if they needed dredge assistance. And August of that same year, after our class in May, I started, moving my first 5 containers out of Baltimore, Maryland.
Go ahead, girl. You better do your thing. I remember you calling me, having that conversation, because we had some other conversations that we're gonna talk about later on that you ain't know nothing about, but we're gonna bring that up because the people need to know. But I'm very happy for you and CDK Logistics, because you all kind of took off like a rocket shortly thereafter. So let's tell some of our guests hello, because you got some fans over here early on. Good morning, Ajane. checking in with us from North Carolina. Charlotte. Hey, Juan, checking in with us from Connecticut. We got Zenergy Holistics. Hi, Bree. Hey, Rob, how you doing this morning? Checking in with us from Mount Juliet, Tennessee. We got Sue Ellen checking in with us from Tallahassee. We have Lolo says, good morning. Lolo. Oh, I like that. We have Tara checking in with us from Hampton Roads, Virginia. She says, good morning, Hope and Siva.
Good morning.
And then we have Keisha Williams checking in with us. Adrian Betts says, buenos dias. I'm working on my Spanish. Un poquito. And then we also have Preston Squad that says good morning. So thank you everyone for tuning in with us. But let's dive back into some of these questions because I want Siva to really touch on some of the challenges that she faced getting started, because it's important that we highlight what we go through when we're getting into supply chain and logistics as a smaller business, obtaining some of the insurance coverages and just some of the things that we face. I really want to get back into the interview. So Siva, since you've been in the business, okay, you know you've done fairly well, but in the last 6 months, even from a high perspective, have you seen any changes within your business or within supply chain and logistics you want to talk about?
Yes, definitely. Two of the main changes are the fuel rates and just rates from shipper to brokerage. Brokerage to carrier. So that has been an interesting task.
Don't be nice with it. Go ahead and tell the truth. It's hard.
It's been very interesting. It's very hard to you want your business to stay afloat, but you also want to keep your customer, and at the same time you have to please your carrier so that they can deliver the products. So that right now what was that, maybe 2 weeks ago, has been a thing for us.
We definitely have experienced some of that, what you're speaking on. Of course, the fuel has been a challenge for some time now, a little over 8 months with us as well. But definitely we've seen a 40% decrease in the rates that we're currently offering, where we're getting from some of our dedicated partners. So I definitely understand you there. But if you have a passion and you really understand logistics, you just understand that in your business, you just got to be flexible for that relationship and just really know how to make it work. So
absolutely,
just hang in there. So CDK Logistics is certified minority woman owned. And do you want to talk about a little bit more about your certifications? How did that process go, and have they benefited you at all?
Yes, we are certified women-owned and minority-owned, and they have benefited me more so with my mentor here in Illinois. With me getting my certifications also locally, I was able to get on a contract with the state of Illinois as a minority, a minority and woman-owned business. So I think it's very important to get your national and also get it within your city and your state, because there are a lot of opportunities within your city and state that the state requires you to have that.
So you have those certifications with National Minority Supplier Diversity Council?
Yes.
Okay, and then you're also with WeBank?
Yes.
Okay, Women Business Enterprise National Council?
Yes.
Absolutely. And so both of those organizations are phenomenal for minorities when you're trying to acquire opportunities. I advocate very highly of those if you're trying to partner with some of the larger players, corporates, because they have what's called diverse spend. And those certifications help companies like CDK Logistics and HC Dredge and Container Services obtain those opportunities that we might not necessarily get. So definitely want to look into getting your certifications if you fall into that category of a diverse or a minority or a smaller entity. So I want to check back in because we got a good little bit more people over here. Oh, we popping today. Come on, David Rollins. Good morning to you. David says hello, Siva.
Hello.
We have Sales Protocol International. Catherine Blake. Hey, Catherine from GSU, Georgia Southern University. Big Innovation Center here. Come on, Catherine. Thank you so much for joining us. We have Charlene Johnson of TGK Trucking. She says, happy freight day. We have Red Rock. Says, good morning from the Shy. Come on, Chicago.
Good morning.
Okay, I think we back. We back. We lost for just a minute, but we came back. All right, let's continue to tell a few more people hello. Good morning, Claudia, joining in from France. Okay, parlez-vous français? Jennifer Taylor says good morning. Thank you so much. Yeah, good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for checking in with us today. So let's talk about some of those challenges that you and I have discussed in the past as a diverse supplier. Yeah. When trying to acquire the business and reaching out to the customers, like some of the things they ask us for and we actually obtain, and what happens?
So I did have a customer that I really wanted, and I didn't have the insurance requirements. So in order for me to on board with this particular customer, I had to have high insurance limits. I did purchase the high insurance limits so that I can do the onboarding and, all of that stuff and get in. For them to only tell me that, I wasn't asset-based and they prefer asset-based carriers or, asset-based brokerages. And, sometimes that happens a lot of the times where you get the insurance because, you want it so bad and you want to stay persistent, you want to execute it. So you do get that. And I did do that. And so that didn't work out, but I continued to send emails, and I did get a customer that accepted that insurance and was happy that I was minority owned. Yeah. And sometimes with the larger companies, they do have smaller departments where you could do, provide transportation services. And this one is a larger company, but I do their flatbed intermodal.
Yeah.
So, it worked out.
So that ended up working out.
It worked out. Yes.
Yeah, I think oftentimes when we come in as smaller, diverse businesses, we want to jump straight for what I call the in the lights clients. Yes. And I think that it's very important that we understand where we are as a partner to some of the corporates. Although we would love to have the Walmarts and the Home Depots and the Nikes, so on and so forth. Just to be quite frank and honest, we're not ready for them yet from a financial perspective and a capacity perspective because they're just doing really large amounts of volume. So I'm very happy that you stuck with finding a customer/partner that benefited your business right where you were and was willing to grow with you in where you were getting started. So that's awesome.
Yes, that was great. That was a great feeling because that moment.
Okay, that moment right there. So we're gonna hit that. If you have any questions for Siva or myself surrounding, being a diverse supplier, or you want to share some of your experiences as a diverse supplier, getting into supply chain and logistics, without any experience or whatever, definitely put that over in the comments because Siva and I are gonna touch on those at the end of this conversation. All right. So Siva, in that moment, because we all go after the client that we want, whether it's government, whether it's corporate, someone we think that we just know we're going to do the best for. Okay. How did that affect you emotionally, and how did you find the willpower to keep going beyond that moment?
I did cry. I cried because
yeah,
I cry sometimes. Let it out. You heard my cry.
It's a holler cry, you and me.
Yes. Well, you can't talk or anything because you just so confused and you just all over the place. But it was a welcome, a welcome to logistics moment.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And you have to keep grinding, keep pushing through. You have to keep hustling. Until you are comfortable, you're comfortable in your own skin, you're comfortable with that hustle. And you keep moving forward because you know that you want this.
Yeah, I appreciate your transparency, Siva, because often as minority women, we don't want to show our weaknesses. And so I appreciate you as a boss lady, a businesswoman, showing that transparency there with your emotions within your business, because we have a lot invested in these businesses. For us, it's more than just being profitable, but creating a legacy and wealth building for our family. So when we get that no, oftentimes we see all of that crumble because we have so much riding on the relationship and the partnership that we want to do so well on. So I appreciate your transparency there.
Thank you.
Yeah. I'll share a short story here. One particular client that I wanted so badly. Oh my God. They shall remain unnamed because I tend to talk about them every other show. But I wanted this client. It's a grocer. I wanted them so badly. And I pursued them for 2 years. I had every insurance. I had the experience. I had the carrier base. I had the technology base. But ultimately it kept being no. I even had the certifications. It just kept being no, kept being no. And so what I came to realize was the partnership that was supposed to do business with me did come, but did I cry? Oh, baby, I snot cried. Do you hear me?
So yeah.
Yeah, I snot cried because I wanted that. I just seen the end goal. I seen us being so successful, and they said they want to do business with minorities, and they provided all these workshops, and I participated in all of them, and I obtained every certification, and they just kept telling me no. So even in the now, I realize now that was not probably the best relationship for me, and who was supposed to be for me is. Yeah. So we do have some questions over here. We do have some comments. It says, love the transparency. Lori with us from Upper Marlboro, Maryland. David says they will break your heart every time. Absolutely. I did have a question over here that says, ladies, what advice would you give someone that is just starting out in the industry?
First, find your mentor.
Okay. Big.
Yes, that's really
Don't come
big.
in blind. Don't come in blind.
No, because there are a lot of gimmicks, a lot of systems, with gimmicks. So, find you a good mentor. Sometimes you can still, like, I watched YouTube videos and everything, and do your own research. Find what it is in that business that, in the industry that you want to do. And if you feel that you're comfortable with doing that, then, do it.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Definitely finding a mentor. The other piece there beyond the mentor is understand that you need knowledge and training in this business. And that's not just coming from a mentorship, but understand where your business comes into play for your customer. Oftentimes the small minority businesses getting started, we get the business and then say, okay, well, I got all the accreditations and licensing, so they're supposed to give me the opportunity. No, you're creating your business, understanding where you fit and knowing what you need to do. So I think, being knowledgeable of your craft, as Ramel spoke on a previous episode, is very important. Other thing is understanding that this is a very capital intensive business. And that you should not rely on your personal finances to get you through, because you're going to be broke 2 ways. Come on.
Very, very quick. Okay.
You're going to be upside down 2 ways. So you definitely need to understand getting started. Back to Mindy over there, is that you need to have a mentor, be knowledgeable, and understand where your capital is coming from. I wish that more smaller or larger venture capitalists looked at minority women as an opportunity to throw their cash, because they would see that we yield the higher results when it comes to contracts. And that we are passionate and dedicated and consistent in making sure that our loads get covered.
Yes.
Okay. But let's talk a little bit more about CDK Logistics. So we talked about some of the challenges. Let's talk about how well CDK is doing now. So what are you doing now in CDK?
So right now I am currently doing flatbed intermodal out of Gloucester City terminals in New Jersey.
Okay.
We move coils daily.
Okay.
To Bloomsburg, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
I also do a little bit of reefer containers out of Savannah, moving frozen poultry. And then, of course, the flatbed contract that we have with the state.
Okay. Okay. And if I'm correct, CDK started off in the house, in the corner at the computer, and CDK has what now? Come on, somebody.
It did start. It started off in the home, and in June, I have office space.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Office space. Yes. We expanding just a little bit right now.
We are expanding. Yes. Okay. We have some office spaces. Yes.
Okay. Well, congratulations to that. So you've been working in intermodal.
Yes.
So any expansion plans for the next 3 years with CDK into intermodal space?
I would like to expand with warehousing and maybe learning the freight forwarding part of it with the importing and exporting and storage.
Yeah. You want to go into container storage. Awesome way to go. We do know that the industry is just blowing up with opportunity for warehousing. We're more specifically in the Savannah market, we're just completely out of space. We're at about a negative 15 million square footage deficient over here in Savannah Charleston market. We just don't have enough warehouse space. So if CDK is moving towards warehousing, it would definitely be the way to go.
Yes, I would love that.
Yeah, I think you'll do good as well. So I do have some more comments over here that I do need to address because everyone says thank you so much, Siva, for the transparency. Definitely says love the transparency. You're getting a lot of comments over there. And then Charlene Johnson wants to address what is considered a good mentor. What do you think, Siva?
Hope Allen. No.
Girl, okay. No, seriously, what is a good mentor?
Seriously, from my experience with the two mentors that I have, it is best to have mentors that can be on two different sides of, two different sides of the industry. Where Hope does container, and then my mentor here strictly does trucking and works with the state. Someone that has been in the business for some years, and it's not about making money off of you, really knowledgeable and want to teach you and, want you to grow as their mentee.
Yes.
And that is, my experience with, Hope, is that, very, very genuine and wants to see her mentee successful and, will do the best that, you can to help them, not carry them along the way, but lead them and then expect you to drink the water.
Absolutely. So to follow up to that, I definitely think a great mentor mirrors exactly where you're going. You want to select a mentor or a consultant that is actually in the business and they can show you reflective of their day in, day out, or their previous experience, their successes. That's for me what a great mentor looks like. Someone that can guide you as you hit those hurdles, create those ebbs and flows for you throughout your growth in your business. For me, a great mentor looks like someone who can create a strategy plan, a growth plan for your business, not someone that just wants to give you a whole bunch of information and brain dump on you per se, but somebody that can guide you through as you grow and expand in the business. So Charlene, I hope that you can find a good mentor and partner. I'm glad that you're open and transparent to that because we as small business owners, once we invest our money into the business, we think we can figure it out.
Right.
This is not one of those industries that you can figure it out.
You will fall real hard.
You're real hard and real quick. You're going to get your feelings hurt. I think Saritha of SJW Trucking put it best. She says, if you have control issues, this is not the business where you want to try to come over here and control, because it will hit back.
Hard.
Hit back hard. Okay.
Yeah.
Miriam Monroe. Hello, how you doing, Miriam? She says, congratulations on the space. What kept you motivated to level up and take more risk?
I would say my support system. You know, you definitely have to have like-minded individuals, where, you know, your friends, even, you know, when you meet new people, like how we met in, you know, our class, like-minded. And, you know, you have to be persistent. You have to be dedicated, and you have to love what you do. If you don't love what you do, you will not be able to, I feel, move forward. Like you have to genuinely love it. Because there are good days, there are bad days, and then you're gonna have your better days. And you just have to push through all of them. And so just a good support, all of that.
I think that's awesome, Siva. I think for me, moving up and leveling up for me was being able to celebrate my small wins in my business. Often as small business owners, we so focus on the large goal that we forget to celebrate the small wins. So for me, that keeps me motivated on a day-to-day. Also partnering with like-minded individuals, networking, putting myself in spaces where individuals are there to build me up is key as well. And then doing a self check-in as a solopreneur of your business will definitely help you level up. Don't get so wrapped up in the mundane day-to-day operations, but understand that to grow is to attach to those that can help you grow.
Yes.
Okay.
Definitely.
All right. So we have come to the end of our interview. You made it.
I did.
I'm so proud of you. Our first show. I'm so proud of you, Siva.
I know. I'm actually proud of me too.
So tell everyone, how do we learn more? If there's a customer here who wants to partner with a certified minority woman-owned business, how do we find Siva Brown and CDK Logistics?
You can find me on www.cdklogistics.com. Instagram is @CDK Logistics. My LinkedIn is Siva Brown, and also CDK Logistics LLC, and my Facebook is CDK Logistics LLC as well.
Awesome. And CDK Logistics and Hope White will also be at Freight Fest November 3rd through the 6th in Houston, Texas next week. So you definitely, if you want to meet both of us, you have an opportunity to do that in person.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much, Siva, for joining us today. You did an awesome job, and we will talk soon.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. All right. Wasn't that show awesome? Oh my God, I'm so proud of her. She did an awesome job. Thank you so much to everyone in the comment section and the support. We appreciate you. Remember, I want to leave you all with a tip. Remember, if you see a small minority business getting started, it doesn't cost one thing to support. Share that post, give them a congratulations. Just touch in from time to time, okay? Well, without further ado, thank you so much for joining No Bullshipping with Hope White. I hope to see you all next month, 4th Friday of every month on Let's Talk Supply Chain platform. Okay? Next month, 4th Friday of the month, 10 a.m. I'll see you back here. Have a tremendous day, everyone. Talk soon.